This last portion is our hospital supplements. This is our living benefit. This is why most families choose to enroll. So I'm gonna stop killing you guys now. I'm gonna just get you guys hurt. So let's say your daughter's running in the backyard and she trips and she falls and breaks her leg. Where are you guys going? The hospital, right? Now, if you're going to the hospital, take your daughter to the hospital, you're gonna have to miss a couple hours of work. And there's typically a copay on a hospital. How much you guys pay for your copay? $100. Well, if you're like me, $100 is $100. But you now had to miss work to take care of your child and the whole $100. What this next benefit does is it'll give you $200 for any treatment in a hospital from an injury or an accident, and it's unlimited. So it doesn't matter how much you go, how many times you go, you still get that $200. So let's say you go 3 times in a year. That's an extra $600 in your pocket. Does that make sense how that works for you guys? Great. So that next part is extremely critical. Matt, let's say you're going down to the street to buy a gallon of milk, and some kid runs texting and driving, runs through the stop sign and hits your car and puts you in a bad accident, and you're in the hospital for 10 days. Some pretty bad things are going to happen if you're in the hospital for 10 days, right? One, there's going to be no income coming from you, Matt, because you're in the bed. And Nicole, you're not going to be working either because you're going to be by his bedside taking care of him. And then the bills start to pile up. What this part of the benefit does, this gives you $400 for every day you're in the hospital per occurrence for 365 days. So let's say you're in the hospital for 10 days. That's an extra $4,000 that goes to you. It goes in your pocket, doesn't go to the banks, doesn't go to the lawyers, doesn't go to the hospital. That goes in your pocket. And the wonderful thing about this is if you were in there for, say, 10 days, like we used in the example, and you came out, but then you had to go back in, the 365 days resets. So you'd be able to reset that time again. Does that make sense how that works? Great. Now, let's say that accident was a little bit more serious and you had to be in the intensive care unit. Well, what we'll do in this case is we'll give you $800 per day. You're in the intensive care unit for up to 14 days. Now, they cap it at 14 days because if you're in there for any longer, you're probably going to have to start using the freedom of choice funeral certificate. But if that is the case, the benefit does not go away. It just reverts back to the $400 per day you're confined in the hospital for 365 days. That makes sense? Now, you can get this bottom part, these hospital supplements, from another insurance company like Aflac or Aetna, but it's going to cost you, it's pretty expensive. You're looking at about $60 to $80 per month for this. This is your open enrollment period. This is all of your accidentals are covered. Your living benefits are covered. Both your funerals are covered for just pizza and wings a week. This is also strike and layoff proof. So if you happen to go on strike, we'll pay your premiums for up to 3 months. And if you are laid off from your work, God forbid, we'll pay your premiums for up to a year. Does that make sense? What company do you know is going to do that for you guys? If you were to ask your car insurance company, could you help me with my premiums because I just got laid off from work? They're going to tell you to take your car off the road. Does that make sense to you guys? So most people like to go with option A. You can go with option B, get your foot in the door, and upgrade the policy if later on something arises. But which one will work better for you guys, A or B?